Never been played, let them sleep where they lay. Ain't no charade. Until this day, I kill the track and stand over the grave.
Never been played, let them sleep where they lay. Ain't no charade. Until this day, I kill the track and stand over the grave.
Never been played, let them sleep where they lay. Ain't no charade. Until this day, I kill the track and stand over the grave.
Never been played, let them sleep where they lay. Ain't no charade. Until this day, I kill the track and stand over the
Call
grave.
the game like a coordinator before Sega. Showtime like.
What's good, people? It's the pride of the Eastside, DJ MH Tutter, and this is Eastside Certified. And we have two dope guests in the building today. One is Eastside Certified alumni. Y'all know him as one half of Chaz Up. He goes by the name of Dog Slaughter, and he has his podcast partner in crime, BFF, Miss Crystal Marshall, in the building. Real Talking Jeans is the name of the podcast. Welcome to Eastside Certified. How y'all doing?
Man, yes, thank you for having us, brother.
No problem.
Good,
no
man.
problem.
How you doing?
What's been up? How y'all been? Good?
Man, life.
I hear that.
Life, but it's all good.
I hear that.
Good talk.
I hear that. So, Real Talking Jeans is the name of the podcast. How did this all start?
It started in about 2013.
Okay.
I was at a cafe called Donna's Cafe, and I was there with this guy named Adam Farmer.
Okay.
And he and I was just talking about relationships, and from my perspective and his perspective. And then we were like, it would be cool if we just had a whole thing where people come and all we do is talk about relationships.
Word.
And then we don't want it to be a hookup thing. We want it to be real, and we want people to come chill. So we just decided Real Talking Jeans sounded like that you ain't coming to be fly, you coming to talk for real.
Right.
And then because we were in Donna's Cafe, Donna was the owner, and we asked her if we could host it there, and she said, yeah, as long as people buy something like the bakery or something. And she's like, yeah, y'all can host it here. So we did it like once a month.
Okay.
And people would come. Everybody would come with questions. We'll put them in like a hat, and then we'll just pull them, or people just talk as we go. And it was so fun. Like, people were so excited to be there and just have those type of open conversations. And then Donna's Cafe closed, and I didn't feel like looking for another spot.
Okay.
And that was like maybe 2 years it lasted. Maybe we were doing it that way.
I think it was 2 years, yeah.
And then COVID happened, and I lived by myself, and I was at home bored one day, and I'm like, Jason, what if we do Real Talking Jeans? Like with just me and you. And I was like, we can come up with our own questions, or people can ask us questions prior to the show, or we could do it live and we could take questions while we're on, and you and I just answer from our own perspective.
Word.
And I'm like, let's tell them we're not relationship gurus, so nobody like what Crystal said or Jason said.
Right.
And we just got on weekly because, I mean, we ain't had nothing else to do at that time. And it really felt like our conversations where we have on the phone with each other, we were just doing it live with everybody else. And people just started tuning in. And then the group started growing.
Like exponentially.
The group is lit.
Yeah.
The group is lit.
I think we had it was maybe like 500 people in the group at first before we started doing the podcast.
Yeah, and then it just started growing. Then we did when a guy puts the food away or something like that. It was like a pot, like when you put the whole pot, not Tupperware, nothing.
Yeah. When she
and
put
then
that post,
when we put that up, like it was amazing that something that small would be like viral, but it went viral, and then the group grew from there. So
so did. I think you had like 10,000 likes on that or something.
Yeah, it was insane.
Ridiculous.
Out of something really small.
It was like 2 days, right? In 2 days it hit that though. I was like, God dang.
Yeah.
Crazy. So y'all best friends, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, so like you said, the friendship panned out on podcast. So what's been some of the, I guess, funniest moments y'all had on the podcast or questions that people, asked?
Good question.
That, stuck out for you guys?
You want to take that, Jason?
Kind of I guess I would say the marriage questions, because we've never been married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we'd be like, Crystal did tell y'all we're not relationship gurus, right? Well, I don't know what this, we can't handle this shit. So we'd be like, next. We'd be like, people be like, damn.
The thing, we don't practice the questions.
Right.
Okay.
So we literally, like, I'll gather them all up, type them, send them to Jason. But we don't like read through them before. So we just picking as we go on the thing. And whatever comes to mind, like, that's our truth, for real. So that'd be funny just to hear what he about to say, what I'm about to say, because we have no clue what either of us are about to say. And the people be in the comments like, damn. And we like, yeah, damn to me too. I didn't know I was about to say that. That's my truth, but I didn't know I was going to come out like that.
Word.
Like, you don't have no time to think. You just say it. Like, whatever it is, it is.
I get it.
Real spontaneous.
I get it. So y'all been doing it live now since COVID been over as well. Y'all just stepped. How's that?
Oh, that's been awesome. What we been at Ben's? What's the spot called?
Collab.
Collab. Yeah, on 47th and Vincennes. It's been awesome, man. Like, it seems like it grows every time we do it, because mainly we do it in the summer or springtime.
Okay.
Because Crystal can't stand the cold. Y'all got to know that she can't stand the cold. So she be like, "Yeah, we shutting down. We just doing podcasts from now on."
Feel like it's hibernation mode.
She be done.
I get it.
You know, and she's born in December though. It's crazy.
But I'm little. Look at me. I'm like
Yeah, true.
100 and what? Like a whopping soaking wet. Like
It's bone chilling out here.
it's so cold. But the group. So when we do it in person, we never know who's going to come. The dynamics are always different. The people are always different. And the vibes are always still the same. Like, it's still fun. It's still very free, and it gets very personal. And it often feels like therapy sessions, which again is why we still got to be like, we not like we're not a life coach.
Nope.
We're not a relationship expert.
No
like,
word.
Have no
because
certificates for
people
this.
they share a lot. Like, they feel, and we feel good to know that they are safe in those spaces, which is why we don't record the audio of it, because we don't want people to feel like they have to censor themselves because it might be posted somewhere.
Right. Real talk.
I dig that.
And I want to before we continue, I want to just give a shout out and a blessing to one of our friends, Nicole. She used to come through all the time and had some of the best content. I mean, like you said, we speaking our truth, so she'd just come out and just tell it.
Yeah.
I mean, from the root to the toot, you know what I'm saying? And she passed away fairly recently. So
Our condolences.
yes, sir.
Does being best friends, how does relationships work with you guys, right? Like, can, cause now let's have a real talk Eastside certified.
Right. With inmates to that. Let's go.
Okay.
So being best friends, right? Like, does that, and being in a relationship, are your partners receptive to being best friends? Because, you know, one of the themes on social media right now is that men and women can't be
best
platonic friends,
Exactly.
right? So how do your partners handle that,
Chris.
brother?
Well, for one, I think when we say we're best friends, we are that. But when people think about best friends, they think we talking every day. We think we're at each other's house every day. Like, that's not what we do. For one, Jason don't like to talk on the phone. So you got to text him. Now, he will call if it seems urgent. But
Right.
that is not his mode of conversation. So it's text messages, and we don't see each other like that. Like, there's sometimes in the year, for sure I'm gonna see him on his birthday, for sure he gonna see me on my birthday. We do this together, but it's not like the way people envision best friends. We're
Gotcha.
best friends in the sense that we could talk to each other about anything, and we know we can depend on each other to show up and be there for each other, but not in the sense that, like, I'm up under him all the time. Got to talk to him 30,000 times a day.
Yeah.
And so I think that's how people think of it when we say it. So they're like, that's too much. Like, you don't even know what it is exactly.
Right. Yeah, you ain't know what it is, for real.
You don't even know what it is. So for us, when people see us take pictures, we hug very tight. Like, that's true love right there. But when other people see it, especially, I've been in a relationship before where my boyfriend was like, why you hug him so tight? And I'm like, because I love him. Like, that's my friend. Like, I hug people that I love with love. And he like, well, your pelvis is nearly touching. I'm like,
But
I mean,
crotch never touches though.
that's
Crotch
my friend.
Wow.
So it has been situations where people be like, what's really up with you and him? And I'm never going to be the one to be like, well, Jason, I can't be your friend because he said. Like, no, I'm telling you that this is platonic. It has been since I was 14. You got to figure it out. Like, because I'm not going to change that up. I would be phony to not hug him, give him a church hug now while I'm in one. And then afterwards, I'm back to the regular hug. Like, I'm not about to be phony. So you just got to be all right.
That's real. That's real.
Now, how do you look at a picture that hard to say, y'all? Pelvis?
Exactly. It's almost touching. Oh,
Golly.
your pelvis almost touching. That's insecurities. That's what
They
that
be
is.
bothered by
Yeah.
it.
I think I've only had like one girlfriend that didn't like Crystal.
Didn't like Crystal?
Because she didn't
Like,
understand the
I'm
dynamic.
sorry. Like,
who cannot?
How you not like Crystal?
Exactly. Something got to be wrong with you if you don't like Crystal. So, and that's something was wrong with her. That's why she's an ex. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
no, but yeah, it's weird. Like, I've never really had anybody else besides her, and like, couple of my exes love her like a sister. You know what I'm saying? So like they always at any drop of a hat when she doing something, they love to be there. They want to show up. They want to Crystal, this is my G. You don't even know Crystal like that. Shut up.
Right, I don't even be knowing them half the time, but I treat everybody like I know them, and I'm kind to everybody. And when he tell me he with somebody, I'm like, oh, let me go say hi. Like I don't really know her, but if you with her, you with her. Like
Exactly.
okay, we gonna all embrace together.
Exactly, part of the family now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Word.
Yep.
I love this, right? Because like I don't really get to interview a lot of people who, you know, have podcasts and do their thing like that. So it's this is a very different dynamic, but I love and to see you
Right, my brother, right.
because most people see you as the rapper Dawg Slotto, and they don't really get to see the more personal side of it. So when she brought it to you, what made you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna, you know, show people more of my personality?
That's a great question, and that's kind of what it was. Like she was like, let's just talk like we talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be open and honest. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. I was like, I bet. Yeah, I was like, all right.
Wait. Let's go back to that open and honest. Because Jason, when he get in a relationship, he censor his stuff.
Oh, yeah, true.
His favorite phrase when he in a relationship, to each his own. Jason, now you know you wouldn't say to each his own if you was not in a relationship.
No,
He
you're right.
starts this. I'm like, Jason, you with her, but you still gotta be you.
Word.
Damn, Chris, you right. Like, yeah, each his own.
Because our only rules are to be real and be respectful. So I'm like, you gotta follow the rules.
Yeah,
That's true.
She held me accountable for that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Damn. Like, man, my girlfriend gonna watch this shit.
Oh, they be mad too. But I'm like, sorry, Jason.
On the real. Why you gotta talk about
I didn't pick the question.
Right. I gotta talk about this and talk about, well, gotta be open and honest, man. Yeah. So, yeah, it was, you know, like you said, it's a different dynamic, you know, to be out there. But, you know me, I talk. So, I mean, I don't have any problems showing my truth, telling my truth. So, it is what it is, you know.
Did you bring Petty Fridays to Real Talk?
You know what?
Not necessarily the idea, but being petty, because we know.
Oh, most definitely. Hell yeah. Like
Okay.
that I think that works with our podcast too. It's like you're gonna get the real from both of us, but you're gonna get more sensible shit from Crystal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some outlandish shit from me.
Facts.
And I'm drinking on camera and shit,
Man,
smoking
rolling
weed.
blunts, right. Like my friends not used to seeing that, so when they saw it the first time, my phone was blowing up with text messages like, is he rolling the blunt? I'm like, yes, he is. They're like, and he drinking? I'm like, he gotta be himself.
Yes. Real talk.
True.
He gotta do what makes him comfortable. So and they're like, and you drinking water? I'm like, yes. That's what's happening.
What's the least favorite part of the podcast for you guys?
At first it was the routine of it because doing it every Thursday,
I was gonna say we did it.
it became like, oh, that's a lot.
kind of a job. It was like a
yeah,
second job.
yeah, because it's like, oh, it's time to get on, and then like you get on and you give all this energy, then you're like, golly, I'm tired. I think weekly was hard, so I do enjoy the in person a lot, and partially because it's not just me and Jason having to do all of the talking, because by us putting it in a hat and we have people read the questions individually and they don't necessarily have to answer it, but we make sure everybody is involved the entire time. It's like this is a team participation thing. Nobody can just sit here and just not say anything. So then the onus is not on us to keep talking like it is every Thursday. So I like in person.
Yeah.
I dig it. So I got a couple relationship questions for you guys, right?
So we on the hot seat, real talking jeans. Let's get it.
So again, they're not relationship experts,
Thank
and
you.
neither am I. It's just good conversation amongst friends, right? So one of the things that I see spewing on social media a lot is women saying that they need a guy to be able to pay for everything. He got to be a provider, a protector, all these different dynamics, and they don't really want to do nothing but just be at home, right? So I guess the question is, how do you guys feel about that?
I'm glad I got no drinking me now, boy.
You want to go first?
Nope.
Okay.
You can go first.
Well, I'm not that type of woman. And I also feel like the ones that are that type watch too many videos or listen too many songs.
Word.
Because it's just not realistic.
It's not.
But women put so much, not I'm gonna say all, because you know then somebody can be like, not all women. You're right. Okay, let me rephrase that. So some women put a lot of energy into their looks and that's the only thing they focus on.
Yes.
Facts.
Like they don't care about progression in their career. They don't care about fine tuning their mind. They barely care about therapy if it wasn't a buzzword. So
Say that.
I just like it's
the sensible shit I'm talking about right here. See,
so with that being said, and they getting all this work done to their bodies, and then they're still unsatisfied with the way that they look, and they still comparing themselves and thinking a man is comparing everybody to them. Like it's still a very insecure situation. And I think it's just an unhappy situation, but very unrealistic too.
yes.
But then I will say I went to a Meg Thee Stallion concert at Essence Fest, and I don't really like Meg Thee Stallion, but I really don't like her now after I saw her in concert. I was like, this it? She gonna do 2 dance moves. She gonna keep
She's stiff as hell,
and
yeah.
then she gonna twerk.
Jeez.
And this is the extent of it. Like, it was for like 7 songs. I'm like, she needs Tiana Taylor to help her learn some moves or something like this. All she gonna do. So, if that is what people looking up to, her and City Girls and whoever else, then yeah, I think we in some trouble
Tell
for
it.
sure. I think
Tell
we in some
it.
trouble. Between the baby edges, the hair, and the snuffleupagus lashes, I don't know. I'm concerned, and I'm not even a dude, so I don't know.
Jeez. This is why I love this woman right here, man.
Word.
It'd be a lot of times, even on the Facebook page, you'll see like the question you just had right there, and you'll see 50,000 women say, "Oh, that's right. It should be like this, and men should do it." And then Chris will be like, bubble bust right quick. What I'm telling y'all is this shit is, y'all ain't trying to progress. This shit is bad. You know what I'm saying? In so many words. And I'd be like, thank you. I'd be like, yeah, Crystal, you the only sensible motherfucker. Like, damn, I know that get to a couple chicks. You know that.
Yeah, the girls, they don't like it because they be
hate
like,
that.
oh, she's like a woman hater or a woman
Yeah,
basher.
like, no.
And I'm like,
They
no,
call
I
it,
just
you a
can't.
pick me?
Yeah, I'm like, I
Yeah.
just can't co-sign when it don't make sense.
Yes, yes.
And it's not just me piggybacking off the fact that I connect with men more than I connect with women, which is a fact for me.
Okay.
And I think it's because of my basketball history and that I used to like play with guys all the time. So I started playing basketball at 7. I was always the only girl on the team. So I'm used to being around guys, but they do make more sense to me than most women do.
Okay.
So when I'm saying what I'm saying and women like, oh, she don't like women. Like, no, y'all like to co-sign just because you're women. You don't actually listen to what's being said. You don't actually even read the statement. You just jump on it like, oh yeah,
Gender
girl,
bias.
you right. And I'm like, no, she not.
I love that too. When you do that, I'd be like, yes, God, I can always count on Crystal. Yes.
Right. He had a screenshot and sent to me like, you saw this? I'm like, hold on, let me go to it. Let me go to it.
Right. Then there's a new comment. I'm like, yes.
That's the petty part,
On
right?
the real. My best friend. You're right. Send this to her right quick.
He's like, let me bring her
On
in.
the real. Attack these. Because I can't really speak on women issues. Because
Right.
you know, a man speaking on women issues,
my
it's
God,
over
whole
with. It's
nother
over.
monster,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Jason, you a basher. When somebody said that one time, like, you a woman basher. And I was like, what?
And they
Crystal?
said you were chauvinist or something.
A male chauvinist. I said, since when? How? I don't even have a chauvinistic bone in my body. Like, this is retarded.
Word.
Like, but I can't speak up on oh no, that's a woman's issue. I can't speak up on that.
Yeah.
So I just leave it to her. Fuck it.
Okay, I got another one.
All right.
If on a date with a guy for the first time and he paid with a Groupon, how would you be okay with that? Right?
Because I like to save money. So I'd be like, oh, he did some research.
Right.
You don't just get a Groupon like without research. That means he researched it.
It's real.
So for
Right.
one, he put some effort into it. For two, he about saving some money. I'm good.
So did y'all see that online though? Like this. So this was a question. I forget why I saw that. Like, how would you feel if a guy pulled out a Groupon on you? And the comments was like, he cheap, I wouldn't date him. Like,
Of course it is.
And I was like, wow, like
The mentality.
like he don't even know you for real.
Right.
Like, what? So he's supposed to spend $500 on a date?
That was the
Your
big
first
thing
date?
too. Yeah, 300 required on the first date.
300.
And that word required, that's what triggered me on that. I was like, required to just
Word.
take you out? 300?
No, you know what I want you to do? I want you to take me to Mario's Lemonade over on Taylor Street. That's about $5. So even if you don't get none, like you said, if you get one, that's 10. But if you don't, you could even get the smallest 3. So like we could spend $8 to $10. It's a bench over there that I know because I sit there all the time. We could go sit on this bench and we could talk for like maybe 30 minutes. If we don't like each other in 5, we can leave. And you only spend $8. I don't need you to spend 3 on me.
Like, real talk. Sensible
I don't
Sally.
need all of that. Because I also feel like the same way women want men to spend money, I feel like when some men spend money, they feel like you owe them something.
Yes.
And I don't want to feel like I owe you nothing.
Yes.
So if it's 8, I got 8 right here. Like, let me give you that, or let me sell you real quick to 3 if it was a problem. Like,
Word.
I just don't want to feel like now you gotta cuddle up. Like, why are you touching me all of a sudden?
This is a first date,
I
sir.
still don't know you. Like,
what the
don't
hell?
touch me, please.
Word. Because like my thought is this, right? If you have an expectation of what I'm supposed to spend, am I wrong for having an expectation for what I want in return?
Exactly. If I'm spreading my wallet, you might be spreading them legs. That's
Because I literally went on a date. It was my 20s though. I'm 40 now, but I went on a date. I don't know where I met this man at, but it was our first date, and it was like courtside seats to a Pacers Pistons game, and it was at the Pacers stadium.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm gonna buy you these jeans, and like the jeans was like $700 or something. And he's like, and I'm gonna get you these boots. Well, hold on, sir. Like, first of all, you're not about to dress me. I was offended already. I'm like, first of all, what you're not about to do is dress me. Second of all, if you just feel the need to buy something, let's go to Express. They got some earrings in there that I believe is about $20. I will let you buy me some $20 earrings, but you're not about to buy all this extra stuff. And when I was telling my friends about it, they're like, girl, he was trying to. That was like $1,000. Like, you should have went for that. And then I would have had to do what? I'm still at the game with him. I got to get home. Like, what? No, the 20 is good. But, and I don't know what his intention was. I assume what it was, but I wasn't with that. Oh, no. You're not about to do me like that.
That's the interlude on Bone. She was like, I live right there. I live down that street. Where you going? Like, no.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't like that.
So what's next for the podcast? Where y'all see it going in the future?
Well, I don't say this often, but I work for BT.
Okay.
And sometimes I think about who we can pitch it to. But now that we have a writer strike and and everybody strike,
right, SAG strike.
Right. There's not much we can do with it at the moment, but I do have the relationship. So I feel like if we have enough flair,
right,
enough
might pick it up.
wind or something, then it'll make it suitable for me to pitch it to somebody, and we can see what happens.
It definitely will. I could see it. I could definitely see it, especially just this small conversation we had right here to like give people enough insight on what the show is. But y'all gotta like subscribe to the group and all that so y'all can see, because it's a constant thing. I don't comment a lot, but I be laughing like, wow, like they really said
yes. Mars go in on that group, man. I can't lie, man. I got to give big ups to the group, man. Y'all be doing y'all thing in there.
They do. I like to see people comment in there, because I'm like, I'll never date you. Like, some of the
Thank you.
stuff
That's
they
the eye-opening stuff. Yes.
I be like, oh, that's how you feel?
That is. That is. It was so many fine women that got on that first, and I'm like, this is your mentality? No. Stay over there, chick. No.
Word.
Damn.
The in-person helps with that too.
That too, yeah.
Because you just, because certain things trigger people, and then when you hit whatever that trigger is, not even intentionally trying to, and you're like, oh shoot, we done started something.
Now I see some insight to
like,
your
it's
ass.
going down.
That's why I miss Nicole, man, because she used to say some shit that make you be like, what?
Oh yeah, everybody's like,
what?
oh,
Yeah, on the real.
okay.
She's like, yes, that's how I live, motherfucker. I don't care.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's it. She lived her truth for sure.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So if people want to see the podcast and everything, where can they find it at?
We're on Facebook Live. Well, not live, but Facebook.
TikTok, you can get some snippets. And you can Spotify.
Yep, Spotify. You can get the whole podcast on Spotify.
Wait, so y'all don't do live no more? Didn't y'all used to do live?
We do live.
Okay.
But yeah.
In the summer, no. Yeah. In the
That's
winter,
the
we're gonna be
in-person.
back
Yeah.
to
You outside? You outside in the
That's the in-person in the summer.
Yeah, we do all the in-person in the summer. So we try to do one a month, and then we're gonna be back inside.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's hibernating ass.
Somebody just told me, like, what you gonna do about dating? I said, I don't know. It's about to be hibernation. So they don't catch me in like a month or so.
It's done. It's a wrap.
Gotta wait till
It's a
May or
wrap.
something.
It is a wrap.
Okay, wait, hold on. Say it. We'll edit it out.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
Okay.
Basically, definitely on YouTube. That's our engineer.
Thank you, Billy.
Our everything. Yes, Cognac Classic. The other half of Chai Stuff does do something
Thank
with
you,
this.
Billy.
Thank you, Bills. Yes.
All right, that's dope. That's dope. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming.
Man, thanks for having us, bro. For
I'm
real.
gonna come to the next live one too.
Ooh, and that's tomorrow.
I'll
The
be
next-
there.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Yes,
be there.
sir.
I ain't gonna say much though. I'm gonna just be in the cut chilling. But
Well, we gonna have you read at least.
Yeah, you got to read at least one question.
You gotta
I can do
read a
that.
question. You gotta
Okay,
read
okay.
I can do
something.
that.
You gotta write a question. You gotta contribute one. Everybody who walks in has to contribute at least one question. And then if you don't want to speak, that's fine. But you're gonna read.
And
one.
you know what? From
I could do both of
going
those.
forward with the live stuff, we might start doing like a one big event and have DJ MH
Oh,
spin.
that'd
I'm
be
in.
fun.
If you don't mind.
I'm in.
Yes, sir.
That could be
yes, sir.
fun.
We got-
He
Yep.
knew that though. All I gotta say is yo.
That's how you said it.
He called me on my bullshit. You right.
I appreciate
it.
y'all for coming
Man,
through,
thanks
man.
for having us, brother.
Thank
for
you.
real.
Real Talking Jeans in the building. DJ MH to the East Side Certified. We out.
Yes, sir.
Eastside Certified.
Are you in tune with Eastside Certified? If not, you need to be. Eastside Certified is a platform dedicated to underground and exclusive content. Check out eastsidecertified.com for exclusive mixes, interviews, videos, and just added Eastside Certified Radio. That's right, we play some of the dopest underground music in the world. Be sure to stop by the shop and copy you some Eastside Certified merch. eastsidecertified.com. Get in tune.
You're tuned in. Eastside Certified.